What's up, everybody? Welcome to Lake Mary. Wow, that's a lot of scrap metal. That guy's gonna be rich.
That's all cables.
That's all cables. That guy's gonna be a billionaire.
Wow.
Dude, that's enough to pay the truck off. 1,000. He may actually have 40 or 50. How much money do you think he's got sitting there?
I don't know. Like,
Wow.
he could have buried other stuff under it.
No. That's all cable. That's all cable.
How do you get that much cable?
He did a big trash out. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
How much money is that guy sitting on right now?
Wow.
At $1 a pound, he's probably got 8,000 pounds.
Yeah.
$8,000. So I have to pay off that trailer for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, that's insane. Where are we at? Lake Mary, Florida. I'm sorry, I got carried away when I saw that. That's a lot of freaking cable.
Yeah.
He may have more than $8,000 because I don't know. He might have $10,000 in cable. This is Lake Mary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the most Asian place in Florida by percentage of the population. It's kind of nice. There's a Cuban restaurant here. I like this more than Orlando. It doesn't look as trashy as Orlando.
Yeah,
it looks more like suburban.
Yeah, and there's more trees and.
I want to get behind this guy. I just don't know if I can make it behind him before he turns.
And this is a turning lane.
Yeah, I know. I really want to see this guy's low. That's insane.
Oh, look, you're getting behind it.
Well, that is insane. How did this guy even get that? Probably a large trash out or like, dude, that's a crap load of money right there.
Yeah.
That's insane. If he drove through Bradenton with that, they'd like take it from him.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, so we're taking that. Maybe someone would fall off. We can fill up our gas tank. Our mount's broken. We should have bought a new mount before we headed on this road trip. I need to focus on driving.
I'll buy one when we get back. It's like not that expensive, so.
Mounts, yeah. Dude, that is all cable? Like, is that really all cable? Sorry, guys. I know we're here for the town, but I just can't get over the fact that this guy's...
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just go to the scrapyard, dump that, and you're set. Like, that's a year's salary for somebody right there. Dude. That's all cable?
Yeah.
That's nuts, dude.
Wow.
What the crap? He's got a pallet of cable. That's nuts. That's money right there. That's money right there, bro. That's nuts. That's money right there. Yeah, buddy. That's money right there, bro. What? Dude, that guy's got... How much weight do you think that is?
Oh my gosh. It looks like a full trailer, so...
6,000 pounds. Because cable's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, cable's heavy.
Well, I remember we'd fill a garbage can, and it would be...
120 pounds?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that how much a garbage can of cable weighs? 100 pounds? Do you remember?
I remember it was like $75.
For a garbage can.
For a garbage can, and it was like 120
So
pounds.
80 times 86 on that phone right there.
You have some like setting on it.
I hate it. Isn't it annoying? And I don't know. I'll fix it. So he's got 80 times 86. Yeah, $7,000 roughly. It's probably what that trailer's worth.
Yeah. Good for him.
Sweet deal, man. I've never seen that much cable in my life. That's crazy. Drive through Bradenton with that little bit right there. Dude, that is nuts. So this is supposed to be the most Asian place in Florida. Looks nice.
Yeah.
Doesn't look bad.
Definitely looks calmer.
Yeah. I think we scared that guy. That guy is like 2 into our mile pound.
Yeah.
You remember that one time that we took a truckload of copper to the scrapyard?
I remember one time, it wasn't a truckload. I think it was like right before we got married, in your Mercedes, and we had it like all over the floor, and I had to like literally have my feet up, and I couldn't do that because the whole thing was filled with copper.
And Lake Mary. So we just drove through town. Let's drive back. Let's spin back around.
Yeah.
Maybe spin through there. It's gated. So yeah, there's not much to see on the main roads. Let's hop back into town. You can actually, whoa! This guy just peeled out while shifting gear. Whoa! Well now he stops. Okay.
Okay.
Now the one behind us is mad at him and mad at me, so now they're road raging. What a bunch of idiots. Trashy. Trashy.
Maybe it isn't so nice here.
Yeah, trashy for sure. Well, what do you want me to do? It's not my fault I had to slam on the brakes.
Yeah. It's like someone's like
Teenage kids with money.
and they're not sure how to drive with stick shift. At least with this one, I can tell you right now.
That one made it halfway across the intersection right too.
Yeah.
Asians are not known for being good drivers. I mean, I hate to get on stereotypical crap, but Asians are not known for being good drivers.
I'm not known for being a good driver.
Yeah.
And you got Tesla.
Cyber brick. He could have definitely gone.
The cyber
Now he goes on red. See, he is an idiot.
It's just some teenager.
Yeah, some teenagers who can't drive.
Yeah. You'll get that anywhere in America, by the way.
I don't know. Seems like this place has like the worst of everything.
Yeah. Definitely have dealt with that today.
So the next community in, we'll go north. I just pull a U-turn. It definitely seems nice out here.
Yeah.
Other than extraordinarily aggressive driving. This trip hasn't been it, man. This trip has been stressful. Wouldn't you agree this has been like one of the most stressful trips we've gone?
Oh. Jeez.
You couldn't pay me to live out here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, since you got off the exit, we're not dealing with hood rattery, we're just dealing with teenage kid. Well, you'll
Testosterone.
yeah, it's the same stuff we deal with in Lakewood Ranch. Yeah.
Yeah, like those kids that drive around with their big trucks and think they're cool because the truck's big. Not knowing it's daddy's money, and if daddy decides to cut the lifeline, they're cutting my lawn.
Oh,
When daddy cuts the lifeline, you're cutting my lawn.
yeah.
When daddy cuts the lifeline. Look for homeless camps if you see any. Like, look for trails and stuff. I'm sure there's homelessness here like there's in other parts of Orlando.
Yeah. It's real open, and I'm not seeing anything real homelessy because there's houses on the other side.
This has got to be like the most stressful road trip we've ever gone on.
Yeah.
Like everything about this trip has just been pure stress.
Yeah.
It really hasn't been an enjoyable road trip.
Yeah.
It's been kind of, which would be horrible for our mental health, but would be great for our YouTube viewership.
Yeah.
Homeless camp right there.
Yeah.
Okay. That didn't take long.
And now we found a train.
I think it's one of those fast rails. I think it'll be like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't think. There's like a lot of public transportation here, which is weird for Florida. Look at that.
Amtrak. Yeah, we don't have trains here.
Mm-hmm. I'll be honking a horn, man.
It
Just
looks
ram
like
right.
I can tell it's a passenger train, but it looks like one of those oil trains.
I tell you what, that guy blocked the whole dang road and passed that dang train right through there. That's just wrong. Ain't that kind of entitled how he just think he got all the right of way to run that train right through there? That's just wrong right there. Ain't that wrong? That train, those guys are entitled, man. They'll ram right through you. I'm telling you, man. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Well, Well, at least people in
That guy's
traffic are
cool.
nice.
No, black people from Sanford are like the coolest black people ever. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've noticed that.
Mhm.
Like, Sanford black people are like the most chill black people you're ever gonna meet.
I think we would actually do alright.
Yeah, but we'll explore this there a little bit
Yeah.
more carefully.
Mhm.
Every black person I've ever met from Sanford
Yeah.
is like the most chill. This one's plaza right here. Like the most chill person like you're ever gonna meet. Not sure why. They're very talkative. They got great stories and
Yeah.
stuff. Oh, there's a guy with the cables again.
Oh,
I
wow.
think we're trying. He's like, this guy's definitely trying to steal our load. So you can ride that to Orlando if you didn't have a car, I guess.
Yeah.
How's that work?
Oh, there's like a bright line that goes from here to Miami.
This person's like backing up. So you can go from here to Miami on a train?
Yeah, in like
pretty cool.
an hour or something.
What? This guy's definitely gonna think we're trying to steal his metal load. Running into him again now. He's like, yeah, we're getting. This guy's definitely a little too interested in our metal pile. See, I didn't really want to steal his trailer with all the copper on it, but after seeing it twice, I didn't have a choice. Like, the metal was looking for it. Oh, these guys are in a rush too. You know, the only thing more entitled than a freaking train are these freaking fire trucks. Dude, those guys are always in a rush to get somewhere. Oh, don't get in front of those guys. They're in a rush. The fire truck people? Those guys are always in a rush. Why do I look like a Russian to you? Oh, this is kind of nice. There's like a little town center. Okay, well, this is a lot nicer than. There's like a little town here. Kind of cute. Ain't much to it, but it's cute.
Yeah. This is actually pretty nice.
Yeah, this is nice. Yeah. Lake Mary's always been nice.
This is actually like
Chill.
this is like a breath of fresh air
Yeah,
compared
it's
to
like
this
it's like a
morning.
little Bonita Spring or something.
This I like.
Could be. It's definitely chill. It's like a Bonita Springs, just a little nice little. Like every black person I've ever met from Sanford has always been like just like the most like nice person ever. Like just good storytelling abilities and just like enjoyable people to be around. I can't say I've met anybody from Sanford that's just disagreeable to me.
Yeah.
I think is Sanford like majority black? I think it is, right? Look it up. Look at their demographics for Sanford, and also Lake Mary. I think last time I checked, this was 6% Asian. I know it's the most Asian part of Florida, although there's a few places in Jacksonville that are probably catching up. East Jacksonville is getting really diverse.
Sanford. Let's see. 2020. 36.75%. W. 25.38%. B.
Yeah, I thought it was 25%. How much? 23?
25.
I thought
And
Sanford.
then 27% H.
There's more Hispanics than blacks in Sanford. Why
And
can't-
about 5% A.
I always thought Sanford was like mostly black. I guess I went right about that. In my mind, I don't know. It's just like everybody I've ever met from Sanford's been black. I thought it was like 60 or 80% black.
Now I'm gonna look at Lake Mary demographics.
Yeah, I think this was the most. Look how cute this house is.
64% W.
64% white. Nice.
6% B. 9.64% A.
9% Asian. And then 9.4.
9.64.
practically 10%.
Yeah, practically 10%.
Practically 10% Asian. That's a lot for Florida.
The age rate is 14.60.
This is nice.
Like 15%.
So this is like a nice mix. Like I like when like white is still the majority, but you have diversity.
Yeah.
Like, that's usually like my favorite type of like demographical mix right there. Where like white's still the, like there's a lot of diversity, but white is still the largest group. This might be a great place to live. 10% Asian is in. What nationality are they mostly? They just mixed, or I'm sure there's one nationality that's like over. This is gorgeous.
I don't. It just seems like a lot more chill. The houses seem very nice.
Go Raiders! This is gorgeous over here.
Yeah, there's trees.
Oh, it's beautiful. These houses are beautiful.
Yeah.
This is gorgeous.
There's character to the houses.
Yeah. But if it's gorgeous, it's not going to get views on our YouTube channel. So we might as well leave.
We have to live somewhere nice.
Yeah, let me just drop the pin somewhere random across town. We'll drive through a little bit more and just like get more of you. I really like this. This is gorgeous. It feels so like American. It almost reminds me of Texas without arid. Let me just drop the pin somewhere. Stop looking at real estate. I'm just going to randomly drop the pin here.
Head west on East Goodhart Avenue toward North Country Club Road, then turn right onto North Country Club Road.
We got to be really careful not to leave the city limits or whatever, because then you end up in
Turn right onto North Country Club Road.
I think at some point we might be without city limits. It's really weird how it's not on.
And someone will comment, you were in city
I hate when people do that. Like, what am I supposed to do? Drive in a perfect...
half a mile, turn right to stay on North Country Club Road.
This is gorgeous out here. Yeah, this is... Look at how well landscaped these houses are.
Yeah.
You can tell when a place is classy. I live in Lake Mary. I make over $150,000 a year and I'm Asian. I live in Lake Mary. I live in Lake Mary. Oh, things are going great for me. I wouldn't live in Orlando. It's far too trashy. I drive a white BMW. And wear dress shoes without socks.
Yeah, that's like a new thing. It's kind of
weird.
Yeah.
Turn right to stay on North Country Club Road.
I drive a white BMW and wear dress shoes without socks. Cortadito, please.
Yeah, they asked for a Cuban drink.
Continue on North Country Club Road for 1 mile.
Did you see the South Park episode making fun of... Oh, what the crap? Get off the road.
Well, aren't they entitled?
Alright.
The entitled family of birds. Yeah. If you didn't know, cortadito is basically...
Let Katie explain it.
A small cafe con leche.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
See, I'm Cuban and I don't know what it is, and that's how you know it's not something a real Cuban would do. Like, I've never been like, dame un cortadito. Like, that would need, like, if I'm sure if I did it to my dad, he'd slap me. If I went to my... This is gorgeous out here, by the way. Just so you know, this is, like, nice. This is not Orlando. Like, if I went to my dad's, like, papi, dame un cortadito, he'd, like, slap me across the face.
Yeah.
I raised a man! You're raising no little girl.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
And the weird part is, he didn't. When the last time he was there, he asked for a smaller one because he's eating and drinking a lot less nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So a cortadito, what is it? A baby café con leche?
Yeah, it's just a baby cafe con leche.
Brother.
Yeah.
Ask for the whole thing. It's like.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't.
I know.
Anyways, there's this is beautiful. Look at that golf course. I could see myself living here.
Ah, you're now in Sanford.
Yeah, we'll be in Sanford briefly.
Yeah.
This is gorgeous. Look at this. Like I said, we'll be in Sanford for some parts of the video. There's nothing I can do about it.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto H.E.
Suburban
Thomas
boundaries
Jr.
don't
Parkway,
make sense.
Seminole County Road 46A.
So, yeah, have you seen the have you seen the episode where they're making fun of cortaditos on South Park?
No, I haven't,
It's
but
hilarious.
I think I need to.
It's about like millennial realtors.
Yeah.
At the light, turn
Basically,
left onto
like,
H.E. Thomas
I think
Jr.
Randy
Parkway,
becomes-
Seminole County Road,
This
46A.
is one of those things that like pops up in your YouTube timeline at 3 in the morning when you're like scrolling through the phone at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
So that's how I ended up. I don't watch South Park. It just ended up on my timeline.
Yeah.
I'm just like scrolling through Facebook or YouTube at 2 in the morning, and it's like Randy, and he's like,
Yeah.
I think he becomes a realtor. I might not be right on this. I'm just going off
Yeah.
what I think I remember. But Randy becomes a realtor, and he's not able to sell houses. And then they're like, it's one of their skits where like how to be a millennial realtor. And like somebody like they have cortaditos. Oh no, like, yeah, Randy becomes a realtor, and all these millennials show up to buy the house, and they're like cortadito. And then like he just goes off like and does like giving cortaditos to people to trying to get them to
By the house.
buy the house. Basically, like I think he becomes a realtor and he's doing showings, and all the millennials that show up want a cortadito. Which is weird because like I'm Cuban and I would never order that. Like that's like
Yeah.
it's weird how people will like culturally appropriate things that even people within that same culture don't think it's that essential to their culture. And that's kind of what's odd about like cultural appropriation, which
I
is
think what got it popular is one of the Kardashians likes to drink, so now like
oh gosh, yeah.
yeah, you know how
Yeah, Kardashian went to Miami and discovered
Thomas
it.
Jr. Parkway for 1.5 miles.
I think that might have
That's
been
all
what
it
happened.
takes. Yeah. And that's what's weird about like I think we're now back in Lake Mary.
And it's not that it isn't on the menu at Cuban restaurants.
Yeah, it's a Cuban thing, but like it isn't like the most Cuban thing. And what's weird about cultural appropriation is that sometimes like people will culturally appropriate something that practically isn't like that essential to, you know what I mean? Like it isn't.
Yeah.
I can see myself out here.
Yeah.
This is like really chill.
No.
It's like being in Citrus County without being on opiate.
Yeah. It's like the one thing I did notice like is more likely, and I remember this. I was at the hospital for something going on, but the
I don't want to hear the
nurses,
story.
no, the nurses were Cuban, and they were handing around. It was cafe.
Mhm.
You know, just the espresso. They were giving everybody espresso. They'd get a big one and then they'd like hand it around with little cups and be like, "Do you want espresso?" Yeah, amongst the nurses. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah. So, for your boring story about nurses, like for example,
Yeah.
you're married to a Cuban. What are the things that you have culturally appropriated from our culture that perhaps, like when you think about like you, like let's say I died right now, right? Let's say I died. Let's say a homeless person stabbed me with a needle and I died from an infection or something. And now you're single and you marry a black guy. So what would be the things that even after I wasn't around that are Cuban that you would still do?
I would still make coffee like we do at home.
Check out what those apartments are going for, though.
Yeah. I would still make.
Check out what these apartments are going for.
Yeah.
In a quarter mile,
I would
use the
still
left lane
make
to turn.
cafe con leche.
Okay, café con leche. That's understandable. Let me see if I can pull into there. This car's not gonna let me. You're gonna have to because it's a big giant truck and you're in a little car. Tough break. Get a bigger vehicle. This is called Solara Apartments.
Yeah.
See, I can understand paying Lakewood Ranch prices to live here because you're in the
Yeah.
suburbs, but I can't understand paying Lakewood Ranch prices to live in Orlando where there's a homeless camp next door.
You 1 bedroom, and we're talking like 500 square feet, $1,400,
Okay, what's a 2-bedroom?
1,700.
For a 2-bedroom?
Yeah.
You have a leasing office?
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
Check it out. Check him.
Yeah. You can pull back up low.
This almost feels like Atlanta here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go look at another. I can see on the map there's another apartment complex over here. We'll pull up to that one and check it out.
Yeah.
Let's drive around. So this is less than 2,000 for a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay. I've heard Sanford has an airport too. It's not as busy as Orlando Airport, but it does have an airport. Let's drive around and see if it looks trashy. I gotta go to the bathroom so bad. Corte Dito? Okay, so Corte Dito, that's your answer to what would you culturally appropriate after I died?
No, actual cafe collation, not baby ones. Baby ones is just.
Corte Dito?
I'm not into the baby one, but I would have the larger one.
Corte Dito? Corte Dito?
No.
This looks really nice. I wonder if there's homeless people in the outskirts of these apartments. I don't have a problem with homeless people. I just don't like my stuff stolen every night.
Yeah.
And my window smashed every other day.
Well, it looks like people are parking.
Head south on Solara Circle.
but
Yeah, that's another thing. So that means half of these people
In
are
600
undocumented.
feet, turn right to stay on Solara Circle.
Yeah, the fact that they all park backwards probably means they're undocumented. So they younger kids, Asians will do that.
Asians will do that. There's a larger Asian population that probably live in this building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks nice. I like it. And it's up on a hill too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Head west
and then
on
I think the
Solara
ones
Circle.
across the street are completely different.
Turn right to
That's
stay
what I
on
was going
Solara
for.
Circle. Then turn left to stay on Solara Circle.
Oh, they're vintage is what it's
Oh,
called.
vintage, yeah. Secure. They have like a little guy in a cart. The garbage isn't overflowing. This looks really. Why is there a dishwasher there? It's like really old looking. Okay, so we might come back and get a showing of some of these apartments out here. Why is the flag at half mast today?
I don't know. I guess I could look it up.
We'll look it up later. Sorry, I'm asking you 20 things at once. So this is another community here. This looks really nice. I'm sure the jobs in Orlando are better. It's probably what's cheaper, but we can work online, so we don't need like.
A one bedroom is 1,600.
That's great.
Yeah.
And from here, you could work in Orlando.
2 bedroom is at least in these vintage ones.
Vintage.
21.
Vintage apartment. What does vintage mean? Your appliances are old?
No, it's just like it just sounds pretty.
I live in a vintage apartment. Are there more apartments going on that way? I've seen apartments on maps.
Yeah.
Oh, it's called vintage. Yeah, I live in vintage apartment.
It's just because they were brand new. I'm not seeing anything like brand new sealed. That's why.
Okay, other than the Corte Dito, what else would you culturally appropriate from Cubans?
What would I continue?
To culturally appropriate.
Well, I'd continue having like the salad that I have every day.
Which is a cucumber and tomato salad?
Yeah, I would continue having that.
Okay.
I'd continue eating. Well, I like Cuban food.
You're at the point where you want to eat Cuban food more than me. That's kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
That's weird. You want to eat like more Cuban food than I do. Like, there's days where you'll be like, I want to get Cuban food. I'm like, I'm tired of eating Cuban food. Dang it, Katie.
Well, I probably would continue dancing in the same fashion. Without the, like...
You did a dancing video. What was that?
In downtown Sarasota when we were walking around.
That was during a live stream?
Yep.
Okay, I need to make a short out of that.
Yeah.
Okay, they'll love that.
Yeah.
Make a short out of that. So there's some apartments back here as well. That were pretty affordable, I think.
Yeah.
There are homeless camps in this county like crazy too. And I remember I had to find a bunch of them. This county has some pretty good safety analytics. It's not as good as man. It's a step below Manatee County. In some categories, it's better though. I wouldn't like it.
This reminds me of the address of the villages.
I know, right? I am a rich white person. I live here. Are there any residential neighborhoods you can scroll around through? I think we've seen enough. This is a nice area. Hi guys, checking out. Obviously, this is a really nice area.
Yeah.
Look at these apartments here.